Hello, everybody. I'm Brian,
And I'm Brian.
and this is Brian versus Brian, episode 184. The Marvels. In case you didn't know, there's three of them now, Holmes. And this is, I believe, the 34th Marvel film.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're getting up there, man. And it's kind of to the bottom of the barrel
Yeah.
of the Marvel superheroes. It's yeah. So who we got here? We got it directed by Nia DaCosta. Are you familiar?
You know what? I think she did that Candyman movie that we kind of enjoyed. It came out a couple years ago.
Yeah,
The reboot.
she
Yeah.
did. And wasn't one of these actresses in that?
Ooh, I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know
Hmm.
if the what did they call her in the movie? Rambo, Professor Marvel. That was kind of funny. I don't remember if she was in it or not. She might be. It's been a while
I
since I've
think
seen
so.
it.
I think one of them was in it. Release date November 10th, 2023. Running time of 105 minutes, which makes it the shortest Marvel movie.
Hmm.
Somehow didn't feel like it. Just kind of drags a bit. Budget of 274 million. Box office of 206 is the first Marvel movie to not at least break even.
Yeah.
So this lost some money. So who knows where all this is heading, man? Uh, I think once we start getting the Deadpools and the X-Men and
X-Men. Yeah. Fantastic
the cooler
Four.
stuff
Yeah.
back in here, I think it'll pick up again because right now they're at the bottom of this barrel of like Miss Marvel and you know what's the Lady
Shang-Chi.
Hawkeye's name?
Yeah.
Her and yeah, all these guys. Like we need some of the heavy hitters again, man.
And
Because
they're not like building up to anything. I mean, I guess they're kind of doing Kang, but Jonathan Majors kind of fucked that whole thing up. So, yeah, I feel like this whole phase just kind of been this meandering thing.
yeah, who knows what that's going to be? Because isn't like one of the Avengers movies named like the Age of Kang or
Yeah, the
something that
King
they
Dynasty or some
announced?
shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Be
yeah, it's
interesting to see if
curious.
they
Yeah,
do.
you said the 34th, and it didn't make much money. I don't even know. Is there a Marvel movie this year? If there is, I don't know what it is. I wonder if they're
There's only
like
one
taking a break.
Marvel movie this year for some reason, and it is Deadpool 3.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's it. So the only Marvel movie is going to be rated R.
I'll take it.
This is where we've come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. But this little gem. So it's a sequel to Captain Marvel slash Miss Marvel television show slash what was the other one? The
Secret
third
Invasion.
lady is I don't think so. That girl was in
Oh,
WandaVision,
WandaVision. Yeah.
right? Yeah. So that's where all they were introduced. Um, I the story of this movie, I just can't. I kind of didn't know what was going on the whole time. It's kind of just throws you in. I don't even remember what's the beginning. It's like Kamala in her house, and then some bad guy who is just like what was that guy's name? Ronan's sister or something. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
didn't this happen before? I remember somebody looking like her but better and more menacing. And I
Yeah.
remember that hammer. You know what I mean? It's like, huh. I had to look it up. I was like, oh, it is the same hammer, but they don't. I don't know. They didn't really go into it much.
Yeah. I think the cold opening of the movie is she lands on some planet and she like conjures up something from the gravel or whatever, and it's like this monument, and she hits it with a hammer, and then it's the
Yeah,
I don't know what they call it, the thing that Miss
the
Marvel has,
bangle.
the bangle. And so now she has one of them, and of course we know Miss Marvel has the other, and thus sends the plot off of her trying to get the other bangle.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that keeps this movie somewhat entertaining is Miss Marvel. The Kamala Khan is
Yeah.
really good. I like the show. She's really good in this. I don't know what happened to Captain Marvel's character all of a sudden. It's like in Captain Marvel, she's actually kind of human. She's like a fighter pilot. She's got an attitude and like she she wants to do good and there's like a humanness to her. But now she's like a Terminator or something. She's just very monotone and everything and like doesn't really ever show emotion. It's strange and it's like okay. How did this happen? Why did this happen?
Yeah, that's
Because
my
you're like
only
a
problem with Captain. Like, oh, I should say to say up front, I have not before watching this, I have not seen Miss Marvel or Captain Marvel, so I was coming into this, a lot of odds against me on this one. But so this was outside of her showing up the Avengers. This is the first time I've seen Captain Marvel, with a larger role. And I know that there is a section of the YouTube or the internet that does not like Captain Marvel. She's overpowered. That all that kind of bullshit. Doesn't really bother me. Like Superman's pretty overpowered, and I love Superman, so that doesn't really bother me. Like her powers. But what bothers me is like she's so robotic. She's not very charismatic. She's just kind of monotoned. I'm like, and then you look at Kamala Harris, who is like the fucking complete polar opposite, and like every time she's on screen, you're smiling, you're having a good time. But every time Captain Marvel's on screen, you're just like looking at your watch because she's just so boring. Like that's my biggest problem with Captain Marvel. I just think she's kind of a boring character.
Yeah, and with the powers thing, she is overpowered, but they're so inconsistent with it. Like one minute she's beating the hell out of Thanos, next minute some lady with a hammer punches her and she flies through a wall,
Yeah,
and she's like struggling against 10 nobody Kree soldiers. So it's just kind of all over the place.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
powerful
totally.
when it serves the story, I guess,
Yeah,
and then when it doesn't, she's kind of weak. So I don't know how to handle that. Um, be curious to see if they ever bring in the Marvel Superman. What the fuck is his name? Sentry.
mm,
How that would play out. Um, yeah. So she's on this journey to get the bangle, and now we have what the hell's her name in this? Captain Rambo.
yeah, Rambo.
Captain Rambo. And she's a Marvel, I guess. And all three of their powers have become, this is the word they use, entangled. We have an entanglement.
Hmm.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Entanglements. Um, and I don't remember how they explain. Why did that happen?
They
Because she.
got too close to the portal thing. I don't know what they call it in the movie, but they like touch it, and then it's for some
Yeah.
reason
The
they entangled.
hexagons.
Yeah,
The fucking, it's like those shapes you used to play with in grade school.
yeah, yeah,
It was
totally.
like it's the big yellow one, and then they got the little red triangle, and the blue square or whatever. They're all made of wood.
Yeah.
They pour them out on your desk. Shh, we're gonna learn some shit. It's like, dude, how do you learn anything with these? These
Yeah.
are shapes, just wooden shapes.
Yeah, that was kind of
But
a
yeah,
disadvantage of not seeing some of these other shows because I think I'm going to assume that that kind of thing has been established in either Secret Invasion or something because it's just like they just throw you into this spaceship that's orbiting Earth with like this hexagon thing. You're like, okay, what the fuck? So I'm assuming they reference that in a different thing, but
I watched Miss Marvel. I didn't watch Secret Invasion. I tried watching some of it, but that just didn't catch me at all.
yeah.
But I was still pretty lost, and I think I'm pretty up to date on. You know what I'm not up to date on is what the fuck is going on with Nick Fury. You
Yeah.
never know. Every movie's he's in space. He's in space. He's gone. He took off. Oh wait, but that's not the real Nick Fury. He's a fucking Skrull. No, the real Nick
Yeah.
Fury's on Skrull planet, fucking jerking off with the green faces. It's like I don't know what his deal is or what he's doing or who's the real one or
Yeah, I thought the
what his
motherfucker was
timeline
dead.
of events have been. It's like what the fuck.
I was like, oh, I guess he's
It's
alive.
like everybody's contract is like run out. And hey, we still got Samuel.
Yeah.
Pop, pop Samuel in this bad boy.
God.
We'll elevate the motherfucker. He does say, what the hell's the curse he uses? Shit. There's crazy shit going on. I was like, that's all he can do in this. He gets the S word twice, I think. Yeah, an entanglement. So if of these three, I don't know why their powers. Like I don't remember a point where all three of them were affected by this. But anyways, when two of them use their powers at the same time, they swap like in space time. So we got like Captain Marvel thrown into Kamala Harris's room and seeing like all the drawings she has of her. That was a pretty cool scene in the beginning where she's drawing the like comic and like, oh hey, my name's Miss Marvel, twinsies. It's got all the animated shit popping off like Scott Pilgrim or something.
Yeah,
to that effect. That was entertaining. And then in the story we established that. Oh shit, she's got the other bangle. Where'd you get the Neutrona bangle? Or some shit, they have that name for it. Oh my god, this is what was it? And she's like, oh, you know what it is? It's an ancient Kree legend. Oh, I didn't know.
Like, didn't know that was real.
No, it's my grandma's bangle.
My grandma gave it to me.
She's an old Pakistani woman, and she just had it her whole life.
Yeah,
it's nice. I think it's brass or something. Yeah, and the powers are all kind of. How did they explain Captain Marvel's powers having something to do with light? She can manipulate light. It's like that's never what I've thought her powers were or kind of got from it. She can manipulate light. Is that what she's doing? She's
I guess
shooting rays and flying, and she's. I thought she was Superman. Mm-hmm. Oh my bad. She's just manipulating light. Fucking put a mirror in front of her. She's powerless. Refract all the light back at her. Oh no! Yeah. And then Kamala is turning light into physical matter, which is a pretty shitty power.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it's like you can't take extra damage or anything. You just can turn light into solid. So what can she do? She can make little discs and walk up in the air.
Yeah.
She can create a big fist and hit you with it. But if you hit her with your fist, she'll die because she's a normal kid. She's not super powered, but usually she'll manage to make some kind of shield. So that's kind of a weird power. It doesn't seem like it'd be that helpful.
Yeah, it was kind of different because my only relationship with Kamala Harris is the the video game. And in the video game, I don't think she does that. I think she could do like big fists and she could like morph her, kind of like what's the Fantastic Four guy's name? The stretchy guy.
Yeah, she's more like Reed Richards.
Like yeah.
She does or Plastic Man.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is new.
Stretcher. Yeah, and I don't know why they changed it. Anyways. Oh yeah, what does the Captain Rambo do? Oh, she can see all light. That's her power. I can see it all, baby. So she's like looking at things and it's like X-ray vision or something. It's like, okay.
She could like go invisible or like translucent and go through things like a ghost, like a spooky ghost.
Not invisible. Let's just make that clear. Translucent. She's like a Nintendo 64 controller.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty dope, man. I had one of those when I was a kid. Translucent. Yeah. So they realize they're all connected. And they have to stop this lady. I don't remember the bad guy name. It was Lady Ronan. She's just Ronan, but a female. And the Kree. And it's like they haven't established the Kree or the Skrulls very much in any of these movies, but then all of a sudden we're supposed to just know all this. I mean, there's secret invasion, but how much can you get across in that?
Yeah, like when they go to Darbine. Oh, sorry, I was just trying to look up her name. Yeah, when they go to some planet and they have like the text or whatever, and it's like scroll, what is it called? It's like a bunch of like scrolls that have
it's like the refugee world.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, I didn't know that was even happening.
Yeah. And what's it with the Kree? I mean, they call her like the Destroyer, the Annihilator,
Annihilator, yeah.
because she accidentally fucked up their son. It's like genocided fucking millions of them on their planet, and that's the only time she shows any kind of emotion.
Yeah.
When they like they'll bring it up. Don't mention that. I don't want to be reminded of all the people I killed. I don't like that. I don't like to feel this grief, this regret. Stop it. Let's just not talk about that. That's kind of her response to it. Yeah, but the other part, and I don't remember why the fuck this. None of this makes sense. I'm watching it, and I'm just like, I don't know why we're here, or what we're doing, or why we're doing this. All of a sudden, we're on a planet where it's Disney. It's singing.
Oh yeah.
Right. Oh, we
That
got to
was
go to
pretty
this
rough.
planet. I thought that was kind of a little fun, at least. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, they only sing. That's their language. Hello, how are you? Princess, and they'll look at her. Princess, it's a big thing. It was more of
Technicality,
it was more of a marriage of convenience. Like, we married someone here.
I did like
then
when they were all
finally she-
walking and the Kamala and Rambo were kind of just walking, but then you look at Kamala and she's just like she's like that was pretty good.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
This is great.
She's loving it. And then the prince is like this Asian dude, and it's funny. Like, who did you marry? And he walks up, and I can't remember. Is it Kamala? Who just kind of looks in awe.
All right.
And then of all the men in the Marvel universe, of like the bronze gods of who they cast and Evanses and all this, he's a pretty normal looking dude. So it was a kind of a weird reaction from her. And then she starts speaking to him, and they're like, "Well, I thought they could only sing. Oh, he's bilingual, so he can talk." Okay, and this is where we're at with Marvel.
Yeah.
We reached the bottom of the bucket, and then what the fuck did we do?
Yeah,
We gotta team up.
the villain lady is basically planet hopping to get resources for her dying planet because whatever Captain Marvel did, I think she destroyed their AI that was keeping their planet sustainable or whatever. So when she killed the AI, the planet started to die. So now this woman is going around to planets that Captain Marvel has some sort of emotional connection to and stealing their resources. So they're trying to like prevent that from happening. So the singing planet, they are a water-based planet. So bad woman lady villain is showing up to steal the water. And then we get like a big action scene.
Yeah, and then they just decimate that planet too.
I think so. I think
Which
we
is
just like
most
go
of the-
away or something. We like hop out. We never go back. I'm like, okay, what happened?
All right. Hey, not my timeline, not my problem. That's what I
Yeah.
say. Then we go up into space. Where's our final kind of confrontations happening here? I know it's on. Is it on a planet or is it on a spaceship?
It's on a spaceship because they have like a four-way, 3-versus-1 fight on bad woman lady villain's spaceship.
Yeah, just a lackluster
Yeah,
fucking kind of final battle, wasn't it? It's just in the hallways of a spaceship. There's not much to look at. It's just like blacks and maybe some greens and I believe lights.
yeah.
And
It's a cool fight. Like visually, I thought it was pretty cool. But like for a climax, like that would have been a cool fight for like the middle of the movie. But to end your movie with that, it's kind of a little lackluster.
yeah, it was, and especially the ending. It's like the Lady Ronin steals the bangle from Kamala, and then once the bangle's off Kamala, she's just fucking a nobody. She's just laying. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh no! She's just like on the ground doing nothing. But there was a part a little bit before that where they created them new suits, right? Because they came in like pajamas to the singing planet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And the Prince commissions new suits to be made by the lady from The Incredibles. I'm making new suits, and she's like fighting with a sash, Remember that?
Oh
She's got like a
yeah.
sash and she's like whipping people. I'm like, what is this? How does this have to do with physically making light? She's just like whipping
Yeah.
people with her sash and stuff. And then never really does it again. It's just kind of a few people get the sash whipping.
Yeah, I thought that would come
So,
back because that whole fight scene, they're like, you don't use your powers because we have a
oh,
plan.
is
You
that
can't.
why?
And so
But all of a
she's
sudden you're strong enough to whip the
she whips
shit
her,
out of
yeah.
someone with a sash. Send them flying. Ah!
And the prince was like, use your, whatever. And then she starts using it. It's like, oh man, I wish she would like, I don't know, I figured she would like wrap it around her arm or something, just have it with her. Like that's like a new thing that she has, but it's like a one-off thing.
Yeah. Rapid and light or something. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know.
Make it a whip.
Use your sash.
Yeah.
The shashing. Yeah, because then the finale is like they don't even beat her. She kind of wins. She gets what she
Yeah.
wants. She grabs the second bangle, even with Superman and two other people. They can't beat her for some reason because she has a hammer, and one bangle, and then she gets the other bangle, puts it on, and then she's going out into space. What's she gonna do? She's gonna destroy everything to make her planet survive, or something along those lines. So Captain Marvel flies out to stop her. Or no, is it not Captain Marvel? Captain Rambo,
Yeah.
right? Of all the people, like why the chill out? You just stay here. Let Superman handle it. But she goes out there, and I think Captain Marvel was like, "No, don't do it." But then for some reason stayed, or she waited. She delayed, so she's kind of behind her, flying and following her. And then, come to find out, we didn't really need to do anything because the Lady Ronin, with both the banglets, the power of the banglets just tears her apart and disintegrates her.
Yeah.
So you could have just let her fly out into space and disintegrate, but I guess she opened a portal and she's flying towards it, and she disintegrates and kind of. I can't remember if the Bengals fly through the portal.
No, they I'm trying to remember. So Ronin lady does her bangle thing and then explodes, creates the rift in time or whatever the fuck. And then I think the Bengals start floating to space, and Marvel brings them back to the spaceship. Because I remember Rambo coming up with a plan of like, if you guys shoot me with a bunch of light, I'll become some light being, and then I'll fly out there and stop the portal from happening. And then they shoot her with light, and then she becomes like this wide-eyed, powerful ball of light thing.
Where'd you get this idea? Fill me with your powers. There's no time to talk. Just do it.
Yeah. So yeah, then she flies out to the portal and tries to, with her new light powers, she'll try and close it.
She closes it, but the only way she could close it is from the other side, right? For some reason, and closes herself in it.
Do it from the side. What's the deal?
Hey, man. There's two sides to every problem. I think this side works just fine. You know?
Oh my god.
So she's on the other side, closes it, and then we got some bull crap about Captain Marvel missing her, but knowing that she had to do it because that's what she had to do, and she'll be back. Oh, when she returns, yada yada, and the cat. I gotta say, Goose the cat was another standout.
Oh yeah,
that was fun. And then the eggs that I don't even remember where they came from. We're just all of a sudden talking about eggs. And then they hatch, and the little kittens.
Kittens, yeah.
And we gotta eat the space station with the kittens with the tentacles. Why? Oh, it's much easier to transport 20 kittens than 190 survivors.
Yeah.
So they're just sucking people up.
Please stop running. Let the cats eat you up. That was so good.
And then, yeah, that's it. And then, do you remember the ending like tease? Not the after credits one, but right at the end of the movie. I think they did something. Oh yeah, they got Kate Bishop, right?
Oh right.
Because Kamala is I'm forming a new team, a team of kids. And she's like, I'm 23. That's okay. So we're kind of teasing the young Avengers, I guess, but
yeah.
Is anyone interested in that? No, I don't think so. The Rookie Avengers. So that gets teased, and then yeah, the after credits or the mid credits. I didn't stay to the if there is a
Yeah,
after
I didn't
credits.
stay to the very end. I just did the mid credit one.
So the X-Men one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we got a different dimension, and Captain Rambo wakes up, and it's her mom sitting there. Oh, I missed you. I'm sorry. And she's who doesn't know who she is, and she's some kind of superhero in this timeline. I forget what they call her. She had a name. Um, then we get Kelsey Grammer Beast walking in. Oh, we must perform the test. She seems to be doing well.
Yeah.
Get out of here, Beast. I got this handled. Charles wanted me to check on her, so I'll be back in 10 minutes. And so we established there is a Charles, there's a Beast, and there's an X-Men door. The patented spherical doors. And I don't know why they keep teasing X-Men in this fashion.
Yeah.
Like this,
Different
like
universe X-Men.
yeah, different
Yeah.
universe X-Men. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they do the X-Men in MCU. Because you've brought up the X-Men in this alternate universe that has Charles and now Kelsey Grammer, like all these original X-Men actors. How are you going to do it in yours? Are they going to cross over? Because there's really been no establishment of any kind of mutants in the MCU.
Yeah.
So kind of I feel like that's how you have to do it now. Like you have to bring them from another dimension or something. It's going to be weird. But everyone's excited to see the X-Men again.
Yeah, you know what's funny? When I was watching it, this is kind of a discussion you and I had earlier in the week. We were talking about Fantastic Four, and I was saying like, oh, it'd be cool to see like if Disney could pull off like a Thing costume instead of CGI. And then we were both kind of like, yeah, that's not going to happen. And it's funny when Beast came on and he's fully CG, I'm like, yeah, the thing is not going to be in a suit. If they couldn't even get a fucking actor to dress up as Beast, then there's no fucking way. So that was kind of
But to be fair, I think that would be a lot of money to spend
yeah,
on a costume for that little
that
teaser.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Maybe for a movie, but I highly doubt it. I mean, fucking Tom Holland is barely in a Spider-Man suit. And that's one of the easiest
Yeah,
suits to
that's
do.
true.
He's like always in a mocap suit. And like after Iron Man 1, they just stopped doing physical Iron Man suits. And I watched a documentary on Iron Man 1. It's like Stan Winston's Creature Shop doing the fucking suit. And it's
Yeah,
just
it's so
amazing.
awesome. Yeah.
And it's like, wow, why the hell did we stop having a physical Iron Man suit? Now it just looks like the CG head of his, like floating on this body. Like the suit was so good. So yeah, go back to some physical suits. Thank God, like Deadpool obviously has some suits.
Yeah.
You see fucking Wolverine's head floating on a CG suit. But yeah, this movie, I don't know, man. It's been a little tired with Marvel. We're ready for some kind of revamp or just fucking blow it all up and start over, I guess. I mean, 34 movies in, it wouldn't be the worst thing ever. I mean, Batman only gets, 3 at most? And
Yeah.
then we go from scratch. So maybe it's time to do that, or maybe the frickin' mutant era will save Marvel movies. We'll just have to see. But we're going to be waiting a while because obviously only one is coming out this year. But this movie, I don't know. It was kind of fun. I'd probably give it a 6.
All right. All right. You know, against all odds, didn't see the Miss Marvel, didn't see Captain Marvel. My interest in Marvel is just kind of waning year by year. I had fun with it. I will admit, I thought this was fun. I had very, very low expectations going in. I was just like, I'm going to hate this. But I was pleasantly surprised. I thought Kamala Harris was a fucking blast. I'm definitely going to watch that show now.
Yeah.
I think some of the action is probably the most interesting action set pieces I've seen in a Marvel movie in a while. Like them swapping bodies to different locations and continuing fighting and swapping. That whole fight scene in the beginning of the movie where people are jumping in between Kamala Harris's house to a spaceship to the space station with Nick Fury. That was just so cool and interesting. I was like, this is kind of awesome. Like I've never seen a fight like this. This is really cool. And the fact that they keep doing it throughout the movie, I don't know. I just thought it was like unique. It's like, oh, this.
And
is
when they're
fun.
training to swap bodies, it's like they're like balancing
Yeah.
like books, and then they swap, and they can keep the book balanced. Like, will this help? Like we can swap exactly and balance a book still.
Yeah, or jump rope, or all these little things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Marvel wasn't my favorite. She's okay. Rambo's kind of fun. But yeah, Kamala Harris stole the show. There's no doubt. Yeah, there are still some Marvel problems. Like again, I'm not saying this is a great Marvel movie. I'm just saying that I had more fun than I thought I would. The villain is a throwaway villain. We couldn't even remember her fucking name.
Oh yeah.
And maybe it's a problem with me just not seeing all the other Marvel stuff. That could be a problem, but the way the movie kind of just throws things at you, expecting you to know what's going on, was pretty jarring. You're like, oh, okay, I guess I'm just gonna roll with this now. Yeah, I don't know. It's the shortest movie. It felt brisk to me. I had a lot of fun with it. It has a lot of problems, but like I said, I had really low expectations. I was pleasantly surprised. I was coming in with 7.1, so we're only like a point off. But yeah, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
This week and last week, we got you with the surprise higher scores. All right.
Yeah.
I like it. Maybe he's as hard as growing 3 sizes.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Yeah, so 6 and a 7.1. Check it out. Of course, it's on Disney Plus. It's got the special IMAX enhanced, whatever the hell that means. I can't tell the difference. It's slightly less big on the screen, slightly more widescreen. Like you get tiny little black bars. That's the difference. It's a little wider.
The ratio, I noticed the whole time, the ratio changed throughout the whole movie. So like when there was a set piece, it took the whole real estate of your TV. But then when there was like an intimate drama conversation inside the spaceship, then you would get like the black bars. So it would just keep going from black bars to wide throughout based on what was happening. That's what I noticed anyway.
Yeah, so go check it out. As always, we appreciate having you. Thanks for coming by here on YouTube. Like and subscribe, please. And then also on Spotify and Apple Music if you prefer just listening to the smooth ASMR voices. That's what you're into. We got you covered, man. There's one for you. Oh, okay. No.
The Marvels, yes.
The Marvels, yes. But we appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. Until the next V's. Peace, y'all.
Peace.